Now let us look at example one. It says that the financial year of Turbo Traders Limited ends on the 28th or 29th of February. On 1 March 2021, the balance of the SARS income tax account was nil. So there was nothing being owed. We were not owing SARS and SARS was not owing us. And then they said provisional payments for income tax made during the year ended 28 February were as follows. The first provisional tax payment was on the 31st of August 2021. That was 65,000. Where are we going to record that? Please note that transaction will be recorded in the cash payments journal. So in your cash payment journal for August, that is. Remember, cash payments journals are prepared monthly. For August, the cash payment journal, there will be a transaction that relates to the 31st of August 2021. The amount was paid to SARS, and the bank will have 65,000. The account affected will be an asset account, which is SARS income tax. Because there's no column for it, we're going to put it under sundry details. And then it says the second provisional payment on the 28th of February 2022 was 90,000. Again, that will be recorded in the cash payment journal for February 2022. So it'll be on the 28th. The payment was made on the 28th of February, made to SARS, and the bank will have 65,000. Under sundry amounts will have 90,000. Under sundry details will have SARS income tax. Note that so far we have made prepayments worth 155,000 to SARS. That is for tax that we haven't even yet incurred. Moving right along. And then it says Turbo Traders Limited calculated the profit before tax for the year ended 28th of February 2022 to be 650,000, and the tax should be provided for at 28% for the 2022 tax year. Now, how are we going to record that? You will simply take this profit before tax of 650,000 and multiply it by the tax rate of 28%. So you will have 650,000 times 28%. That will give you how much? $650,000 times 28%. That gives me 182,000. This 182,000, it is the final tax amount, meaning that we are actually owing SARS, because so far, according to our provisional payments, we've only paid SARS 155,000. But we'll get to that. Let's deal with this 182,000, which is our final tax amount. What are we going to do with that amount, the final tax amount? We will simply record it in the general journal. The final tax amount will be recorded in the general journal. We will debit the SARS income tax. We will debit SARS income tax because that is our expense. So you will simply go to the general journal, debit SARS income tax because that is our tax expense, and then credit you will debit income tax and credit your SARS income tax by 182,000. Please note that we debit income tax because that is an expense. We created SARS income tax because this could be an asset. So it reduces our assets, and again, it created the liability. Remember, we had SARS income tax as an asset of 155, which is made up of the provisional payments we made. However, when you take 182,000 and you minus that 155,000, you will get 27,000. So basically, this has reduced our assets by 155, which is SARS income tax by 155. And on top of that, it created a liability of 27,000. How do we record this in the general ledger under this statement of financial position, which is your SARS income tax? What type of account is this? We don't know. It can either be an asset or a liability. It depends on who's owing who between the business and SARS. At the moment, at the beginning of the month, please never mind the fact that my balance is on the debit side. That is because it's nil. Even if you put it on the credit side, it really doesn't matter. But on the debit side, you will put in the provisional payments. I will start with the first provisional payment, and the first provisional payment was 65,000, if I'm not mistaken. So I will simply put that there on the debit side, and I'll put in as bank from the CPJ, and the amount will be 65,000. And you have to record the second provisional payment. You'll have bank, CPJ, and the amount for the second provisional payment was 90,000. Now, after making these provisional payments, on the debit side, you put in the final income tax amount as determined by SARS. The final income tax amount is determined by SARS, which is income tax. That will be recorded in the general journal, which was once 82,000. You'll realize that the credit side is bigger than the debit side. Therefore, our balance carried down will be on the debit side, which is 27,000. It is a balance carried down that is on the debit side. We're going to carry it over to the following year or to the following month, meaning that when we start our new financial year, we will start owing SARS 27,000 Rand. Please note that our prepayments will increase this account on the debit side, which is the prepayment we made on the 31st of August, as well as the prepayment we made on the 28th of February. These prepayments will be reduced by the actual amount of tax that we have incurred. In this case, it was that 182,000. And then you get to your nominal accounts section, your income tax account. Please note that this is an expense account. Since it's an expense account, it increases on the debit side and it decreases on the credit side. This is, as I've said, this is an expense account. Okay. It will increase by the actual income tax amount that we have incurred. So you will put in the contra account will be SARS income tax, because remember, this actually created the liability of 27,000. And therefore, general, you will have there as 182,000. Because this is a nominal account section and we are right at the end of the financial year, please note that we are going to close it off. Okay, we are going to close it off against our appropriation account, and that is why we'll simply close it off against our appropriation account, as I have said, and that will be 182,000, which gives us a total of 182,000. Now, in the accounting equation, please note that your provisional payments, they will only affect your assets because you create an asset which is SARS income tax. You also reduce an asset which is bank, as I have shown you earlier on, that your provisional payments will affect, both of them will affect assets. That's why under assets we have um, plus or minus SARS income tax. That is because SARS income tax is an asset, it goes up, we are making a prepayment, and our bank decreases, and it decreases on the credit side, which is a minus. Please note that for SARS income tax, our total current asset is sitting at that 75,000 plus 80,000, which will give us how much actually. It is not 75,000. It's supposed to be 65,000 plus 90,000. Let me just check quickly. Our provisional payments here will be 65,000 as well as the 90,000 rand. So both of them will increase and decrease our asset, okay? Creating an asset which is your SARS income tax and reducing another asset which is your bank. Assets will be reduced by the maximum of your prepayments. Okay, maximum of your prepayments. So if your income tax exceeds your prepayments, your reduction of your asset will only be limited to the max of your prepayment, because the excess value will create a liability. In this case, it was 28,000. The owner's equity will decrease by 182,000. Note that under asset, that's our income tax that we calculated. It's now giving us zero. We have nothing on the assets. We have nothing at all. And your income tax will reduce your owner's equity because it's an expense, but it will also create a liability. And in this case, the liability is the 27,000. That liability will be recorded in trade and other payables as SARS income tax. Okay, now please try this example out and check out the next video for solutions.